Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Let's take another look at AVAX here. This is a request from one of my community members. Appreciate you asking about this. It's actually a coin I've been meaning to come back to here as well because it's been a few days since we last looked at it. But the simple way to understand it is that we are seeing a manipulative pattern here forming, and it's a standard trading 101 nowadays, folks. It's very common. So instead of coming down to balance out this local point of control at $19, it comes down to trap late shorts at about this 1860 range and slowly works its way back up. And what you're supposed to do normally in these situations, by the way, is you're supposed to short when you have a bearish backtest of this local trend. Okay, we see that here, but now we've broken through that in the second reattempt here. So this is good for AVAX, but bad for those who are trying to short. And I'll explain more as to what I mean by that, but Solana is a good example of how this manipulative power of three type of trade setup occurs. You get an accumulation phase here, manipulation phase to trap late shorts, and then the price takes off, and everyone's like, oops, what just happened? Well, okay. Now, again, a lot of that happens because there's a key level support that is supporting that manipulation area, which we want to look here and see if that is the case. But generally speaking, that's the general consensus. So just kind of throwing it out there. This is kind of a normal par for the course nowadays, folks. Manipulation is just like super common. It's kind of disgusting and sad that that's the case, but it happens. All right, folks, hit the like button before we get started. Really appreciate that. Try to do that every single time you watch the videos. There are some people that do that frequently, and I deeply appreciate it. So thank you. YouTube sucks for the algorithm, so every little bit will help grow the channel and get this in front of more people so they can stop getting destroyed by moon boys. Take a look here. $20.30 upwards of 21 even is that heavy concentration of liquidation above the price. That's commonplace. It's basically an area above the local high. So that's why breaking through a local high is important. It shows continuation potential. So we haven't broken bullish by any stretch, but breaking through our local resistance range of 1960 is a super strong start. Okay, so just note if we get up towards $21, $22.50 would probably be the logical next steps here based on heavy manipulation, based on liquidation above the price. Okay, furthermore, we've shifted bullish here for the first time in ever. Keep in mind, this is a weekend, okay? Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Weekends are notoriously red. We've seen, 13 out of 15 red weekends so far this year? So it's not a good statistic, right? So please be mindful, taking longs on weekends is not always the best call. Now, we did take a long ourselves, but this was a trade from last Thursday. For Solana, for example, we squeezed out a good 20% from 133 to 139. Okay, we got an XRP long and a Bitcoin long as well. So we're in a position right now where AVAX is looking like a good consideration, but I want to kind of help you understand that pumping the brakes might be a good idea on the weekend. It's not always the best trading conditions to trade into. What I'm getting at here, the simple way to understand it, is that liquidation delta is shifting bullish, implying further upside makes more sense. Just know $20 is that psychological resistance for AVAX, and it's more likely than not going to be a resistance for us. Okay, but more importantly, based on open interest and or local highs, $20.50 is that heavy resistance for us based on open interest. So just know we're getting, once we hit this 0.618, 0.65 fib level, which we're entering into right now, we should expect to see some resistance. So we're just going to go ahead and drag this previous resistance line out and pay attention to that guy. If we squeeze through that, then we'll probably see some liquidation upwards of, 22.50? Right there. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking for. So when it comes to the daily time frame, let's quickly recognize this here. And this is one of the few coins for the moment has broken tentatively bullish. We've broken our macro descending trend line. We're above the 20 and the 50-day SMA for now, and we've maintained above our point of control at 1850. These are typical signs of reversal for larger, bigger term shifts in momentum. Okay, so building that base in that $18 to $20 range, breaking through 20, moving towards this 22.50 range. That's essentially what we're looking at here right now for more likelihoods, or it's a higher statistical probability. Okay, and just got to remember weekends are very weird, and taking along this weekend with AVAX, I'm not sure if it's the best call just in general. Just know it'd be a higher risk, even though there's a lot of confirming factors, specifically on the daily, telling us that we're due to continue further up. Okay, same thing with the 4-hour time frame. We're above all moving averages here locally. We're trending towards 70 on the RSI. Money flow index is above that. We're above our SMA. There's quite literally 9 out of 10 reasons as to why the price is more likely to go higher. Okay, just know taking a long into a resistance level on a weekend isn't necessarily the best strategy. Okay, last but not least is the hourly. Ichimoku Cloud confirming here that we are in good shape. There's no reason to consider a short on this coin. Okay, so overall, I would definitely give AVAX a strong propensity, a strong likelihood of moving upwards to that liquidation range here to retest that, or at the very least to retest the local resistance at $20 and approximately 50 cents. So just know once we break through that level and Bitcoin is maintaining 85 to 87K range, there's a distinct probability we're going to go higher because of that. Okay, so a lot of good things are happening right now, specifically with this coin and other altcoins. Just try not to get ahead of yourself here. It is a weekend. I just want to recommend you exercise caution, adjust your stop loss higher as you move into profit, and ensure you're not just being an emotional idiot this weekend. Okay, it's easy to do. I get it because we don't see a lot of green weekends, but most weekends we've seen this year start green and they end up pretty red. So just being providing some friendly advice for you. That's all. All right, that's where we're at. Just to note, I get a lot of questions on this, so I figure I'd touch on it. Bitunix is the exchange that I use primarily. It's the exchange for our community, and it's highly recommended. If you use my link to register, you get a lot of bonuses and rewards monthly through my link. So check them out. There's a nice benefit right now. Furthermore, make sure you check out our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. I provide a lot of good information there, and a lot of folks will kind of forget to note that that is all available for you. Anyways, have a good rest of the day. Deeply appreciate you. Look forward to seeing the next one. Take care.